Finally, you can turn your papers over. And you can turn your little card over. Yeah, we're going to put the Braille cards down for a few minutes, but we'll go back to them, okay? All right, guys. So let's talk about some stuff. Okay, guys. Yes, she is? Yes. I spent half the evening learning Braille, and I was very appreciative of being a sighted person. You're welcome. I thought it would be an easy endeavor, but it was not. Okay, everybody? Up here? Okay, so we're going to talk about some stuff. Then we're going to play with the Braille cards and other information that's in your packet. So, who can tell me the difference between fiction and nonfiction? Shane.
Fiction is not real and nonfiction is real.
Very good. So, is Helen Keller fiction or nonfiction? Clarissa.
Nonfiction.
How come? Because it's a biography. Oops, it's about her life. Very good. So, we're going to play, now that we'll be on the game. Let's talk about communication for a minute. Before we went out to recess, we were talking about how Helen learned to communicate and how she became educated. What were the two ways that she used to communicate? Isaiah?
She would use motion.
Yes, but once, and what was her teacher's name? Who can help me with that? Somebody other than Clarissa. Aubrey. And what? Remember her last name? Starts with an S. Alexa. Okay, who can help me out? Kinley. Right on, good job. Ann Sullivan, that was her teacher. So her teacher taught her how to finger sign and taught her Braille. And I tell you, when I was doing those Braille cards, I don't know in here, let me show you what. This is a portable Braille writer that I borrowed from the local blind organization called Eat Official. And this is a blown up version of
What is a Braille?
Oh, there we go. All right. This is a blown up version of that little white card that you have there. So Helen couldn't see, couldn't hear, didn't know anything. This lady's trying to teach her stuff. She learns how to finger spell, and then she proceeds to Braille. Now, in order to learn Braille, it's a series of dots, vertically and horizontally. Well, that's where you need to put a dot, because, and I'm going to walk around and show this to you. Actually, no, I'm going to do one better. That is a stylus.
That makes the Braille?
Okay, so when you are writing something in Braille, so let's say if we were writing an A, see where it's one dot right there? That would be transferred here. And let's see, and then when you poke it through, it raises up like your names on those cards. But in order for me to write your names, I had to write everything backwards, because when it flips over, in order to read it correctly, it's the other way around. That was a little tricky. Now I can see. Helen couldn't see. So, I mean, do you think she was, how do you think she felt about that? Clarissa?
Not happy.
Isaiah?
Furious.
Yeah, I mean, I was getting upset doing them, and I could see. And this is a little girl learning, trying to learn, doesn't know anything, doesn't have her mom and dad, you know, her mom and dad can't help her. Clarissa, when you were learning how to read, did you read with your mom and dad? And they were, you know, they were able to help you sound things out, and you were able to communicate. That's the key, communication. She couldn't communicate. She couldn't communicate in a time that there was no computers, no telephones, no cell phones. Clarissa?
No electronics.
No electronics whatsoever. And this was a lady that was able to learn to read, learn to write. She was actually able to learn how to speak in a time where there was no electronic help. Pretty remarkable.
Batteries weren't invented.
Nope, batteries were not invented back then. All right, so we're going to play a game. And this is a sheet of fact or opinion. Who can tell me the differences between fact or opinion? Rick.
In fact, well, is something that is true, but an opinion is the nature they see. His mom will prove the world, but other things, man, I think this.
Very good. All right, so before we start the game, you need to go to the second page. And on the second page, my chart looks a little bit different than your chart, design-wise, but it's still the same letters. If you have a problem seeing any of the letters,
I put my name on there.
very good. All right, so in order to play the game, you need to answer doing an F for fiction. Hey guys, up here. Noah? Noah, there you go. This is F. You have to answer in sign language. You can't speak. And we're going to play it by tables. So for instance, if Rick answers a question, he can't answer the next question. The next question has to be Miguel. Now if he helps Miguel and he says the answer out loud, his table loses a point.
What kind of point?
The point for answering the question correctly. And I have prizes, so there's something at stake here, guys. All right, so F for fiction, O for opinion. Fiction, opinion. All right, so let's start with the first one. Yeah, so no talking.
Then you couldn't speak.
Silent game starts right now. Helen Keller was deaf and blind. Fact or opinion? Come on, you guys have been reading the story. Was Helen Keller deaf and blind? You gotta show fact or opinion, you have to sign it. Fact or opinion? All right. Okay. Very good. Can you put your hands down? Was Helen Keller an author, fact, or opinion? Very good. Okay. Fact.
You did opinion.
I know, I almost slipped. Sorry. Now here's a hard one. You guys listening? Helen Keller earned the Presidential Medal of Freedom. Fact or opinion? distinguished honor. All right. Helen Keller was smart. Fact or opinion? Okay. The first word Helen learned was water. Now that's in our story, guys. What was the first word she learned? And can anybody look on that page and sign water for me? Come on. Who thinks they can sign water for me? Actually, Clarissa had her hand up. She was the first one. Can you sign water for me? Yep. W.
Miguel trying to tell her using his hand.
Now she's got it in front of her. A. Okay. Mauricio, can you help her out? Yeah. Uh-huh. Very good. Let me see your hand. Yep. Kenley, you're helping him out. Sorry. All right, who can do it? Miguel. W. A. Water. T. Yeah. E. So what's the last one? Very good. All right. And that is W-A-T-E-R. Water. All right. Fact or opinion? Annie Sullivan was Helen's teacher. Now you all should know this one. Come on. Fact or opinion? Very good. All right, now this is a hard one. So you got to put your thinking caps on. And right now, everybody is equal. I mean, you all have been participating and answering the questions very well. Helen Keller graduated from Radcliffe College. You think that's a fact or an opinion? Shane, you were the first one up. Good job. That is a fact. She was one of the first people she was the first deaf and blind person that graduated from college, and she graduated from Radcliffe.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. All right. Final question. Another hard one. I didn't see anything yet.
Well, I know what it is, because I saw the color.
Can you read it for me?
Helen was the first to have an Akita dog in the U.S.
Is that fact or opinion? Very good. All right. All right. Let's go to the next page. Vocabulary practice. Josiah. Actually, Jaden, I'm sorry. He's going, what? No. All right, so let's start with the first one. Knowledge. What does knowledge mean? I forgot, Miss Gamble. have that hanging up there. Knowledge. Aubrey.
You know something?
Very good. Actually, would the answer be F for knowledge, or would that apply to a different word? Who can help her out? Somebody besides Isaiah. Cameron. Would F go with number 1 or number 2? Well, no, that's what Aubrey said, number 1. When you're wanting to know something, what does that mean? Rick. Very good. So F goes to number 2. Draw a line. So let's go back to knowledge. What is knowledge? Kinley. Very good. Okay, how about silence? Jaden, what does silence mean? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Totally quiet, no noise.
Very good. Illness. What does illness mean? Clarissa.
You're very sick.
Very good. All right, 2 more. Darkness. Isaiah, what does darkness mean?
No light.
Very good. All right, so who wants to do the last one? Shane. Behavior.
The way.
Very good. Okay. So since I've been in class, you guys haven't worked a whole lot with ABC order. I know you have the past, you have probably earlier in the year. I want you guys to take 2 minutes and put all of these words in ABC order on the bottom. By yourself. Who can tell me what ABC order is? Kinley.
Putting letters in by the first letter in ABC.
Very good. Okay, so you guys, like I said, I'm going to give you 2 minutes.
So we put all the first.
All those words, yep, all these words to the left in ABC order on the bottom. Okay? Yes. Clarissa.
Is there any?
No, the ones over here. The words to the left, the vocabulary words to the left, putting them in alphabetical order. No, I want, okay. No. So let's do the first one. Okay, so let's do it together. Yeah, we're going to do it together. Who can tell me what the first word is that we should be putting down? Shane.
Curious.
Does curious come before or after behavior? Peyton.
Behavior comes first.
Very good. So what would be the next word after behavior? Clarissa.
Curious.
Very good. So what comes after curious? Now Andrew. Very good. Good job, Leah. All right, we only have a couple more. So what's the next one? Would illness come next? Or would knowledge come next? Somebody other than Jean, and Aubrey, and Peyton, and Kenley, and Lee. What comes next? Well, yellow shirts with yes. So everybody, thumbs up if she's right, thumbs down if she's not. Very good. I agree. All right. Illness. And what would be the next one? Shane.
No.
Very good. All right, there's one last one. James, what's the last one that we need for ABC order? Jane, help him out. What was it? Very good. All right. So we are going to do an opinion writing. By yourself. Emily? No, no thinking. We're gonna do pre-writing, and who's gonna read what our subject matter is gonna be? Josiah. Yeah, I'm having a Monday. Go ahead.
What would if I could?
All right. So think about it. Close your eyes for a minute. Isaiah? Close your eyes. David? Close your eyes. Let's make believe for a minute. If you couldn't see, what would life be like? I mean, you couldn't play video games. Could you? Could you play video games, Blake?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you couldn't see when the bad guys were coming. So, what could you, hey guys, you can't see. Can you play video games, yes or no?
No.
No video games.
Dry erase.
Oh!
That's okay.
What happened?
I used the wrong marker. Actually, you know what? We won't even worry about writing on the board. So we can't play video games. What else can we do? We can't do.
Wait, why?
Well, if you want to take some notes. When you get older, can blind people drive cars?
No.
No. Yeah. I mean, you can't see going down the road. Yeah. Or kill themselves. Pardon? Yeah, I used the wrong one. But that's okay. We don't need markers. You know what? Have a seat. Good job, buddy. So what else could you not do? Josiah. Yeah, I can't see your parents.
Marissa.
Yeah. Shane? Yeah, for me, it'd be I couldn't see my puppy's face. I love my little dog. That would make me sad. Or see my son smile. Mauricio? Well, if you can't see but you could hear, would you be able to hear a laugh?
Yeah.
You just couldn't what?
See it.
Yeah, very good. So I want you guys to work on some pre-writing on what life would be like if you couldn't see. Okay? Shane?
Yeah. What dog
what you would think life would be like if you couldn't see. Okay? Come on. You've been doing really good. So Emily, what do you think? What would life be like if you couldn't see? Huh? David, please have a seat. Mauricio. Well, you can still hug your parents, you just have to find your parents. You just have to see. Well, yeah, you couldn't tell if it was daylight or nighttime. Write those ideas down. Write it down. Okay, guys. I love that you guys are brainstorming ideas, but let's take it down a notch, okay? Let's take it down a notch. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah. Ryan, what'd you come up with? Oh, I bet you could come up with a couple things. Come on, David, what do you think? Absolutely right. Hey, Noah, if you can't see, can you still hear? If you can't see, can you still hear? Yeah. Yes. Very good. So if you couldn't see it, you can still hear it, but would still make it hard, right?
For the
Person? Very good. Now those are all awesome ideas to write down. Yes.
I would want to fly, but only at night for That was really cool.
You know, I wouldn't like that because if there was anybody in my room, I'd want to know. I don't like it when people sneak up on me. Josiah. You're on. Hey guys. James, have a seat, buddy. Have a seat. Yes, you can still open your eyes and they still move around. They just don't work. All right, you guys. What'd you say? Was he? Was he totally blind or partial? How many of you have brothers and sisters at home or cousins? Almost everybody. Here's something that you can do. When you take this home, and if you practice this with your brother or sister or cousin or friend, you'll be able to communicate by yourselves. Well, you got the sheet there. Yeah. Yeah, they don't have a sign language, you're not going to know. Yeah. And I'll tell you a very fast story. When I was a little older than you guys, I was in a store. I lived in upstate New York, and there was it was a store restaurant situation, and there was a gentleman eating there, and he was choking, and he was blind, and he was trying to get some help, and he couldn't. He was also deaf like Helen Keller, and I noticed he was blue. In school, we just got done learning about Helen Keller and sign language, and I really thought it was very neat to know it because me and my best friend communicated by ourselves, and our parents didn't know. And I went over and signed in his hand and asked him, "Are you choking?" And he shook his head, and he was able to get help. So this is actually a really good skill that might save somebody's life someday. Question? Exactly. All right. Miss Gamboa, how long do I have?
Maybe when do you think?
Yeah, I think I went over, so yeah, I think we're done.
Okay.
Yes?